having all of these social constructs be your fundamental beliefs is, I think, the problem, right? The problem is having social constructs be your fundamental beliefs. Um so these social constructs that we all, kind of, the thing is, I'm not saying that these social constructs don't matter, because the thing is, big picture, they don't. Big picture, they don't. Like, and I'm talking about the biggest picture, the universal picture. At the end of the day, we floating on a rock in space, so who gives a fuck, right? But these social constructs matter because of the human collective. We interact with each other every day using these social constructs. Therefore, we have to make a certain, like, I feel like we have to make a way collectively to make these social constructs work for us instead of working for them. Okay, that's what I'm getting at. Because I was like, I'm talking, but I don't know what I was getting at. But yes, we have to make these social constructs work for us instead of work for them. And I feel like that's what the most progressive people are doing, right? So, and by that I mean, like, for example, gender. Instead of abiding by gender roles, you make gender roles work for you. Like, if you're a trans person, like, because that's the thing, when you realize it doesn't matter, when you realize it's a social construct, so socially I want to appear this way, right? Like, and that's the thing, money is something that fucks people up too, right? Because I like to, like, I haven't, like, I feel like I've never gotten to the point where I had to actually explain a social construct to someone, but I do put both gender and money. Like, I would, because there are things that are very common, right? I feel like those are the most common ones that people can understand, right? When I try to break them down, I compare gender to money. But I'm gonna say like this: money fucks people over because people want to appear rich often more than they actually want to be rich. You, like, when I said the social construct is a perception, it's social. So if you want to appear rich, you show people, hey, I'm wearing this, I'm doing this, I want to appear rich, instead of actually being rich, right? But what they say on that song, your wealth is internal. Like, you know what song I'm talking about, or you don't. Hey, what's up? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, because that's the thing. It's like, it's all that, like, it's the spiritual shit. The spiritual shit too. Like, that is, like, it's, I feel like it's very social. Like, a lot of people, okay, I feel like that is starting to become the next trend in social constructs, is being spiritual, being quote unquote spiritual, right? So it's showing, like, it's kind of like it's one of those, it's an anti-social construct, social construct, right? So it's one of those ones where it's like, I'm not materialistic at all because I like crystals and rocks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's literally, you're on the, it's still an extreme, right? It's still like, instead of being extremely, instead of being extremely monetary, right? You're extremely anti-monetary. So you're still picking an extreme, and, instead of just balancing, like you should be able to, some, and I'm obviously, I'm blanket statementing, right? So this obviously doesn't, go for everybody. Not everybody who's quote unquote spiritual is, is putting on, or is like, or isn't balanced. Some, like, it's one of those things where you really have to, when you understand and internalize these social constructs, when you because I think deprogram, like, I think as a collective, the big thing that everyone as a collective needs to be focusing on is deprogramming themselves when it comes to social constructs. Um and then once you actually, and because once you deprogram yourself when it comes to social constructs, you progress socially, I think, right? So I think, like, your, because that's the thing, when you deprogram these social constructs, your social behavior will change because you stop giving a fuck about the social constructs, right? So when you stop